On first down, it's Gibson, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Steps away to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Prescott from the gun. And he's going to keep it here. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and now it's second down.
And there shouldn't be any surprise at all when we watch him flash his arm. Easy motion, easy action, and that ball flies downfield.
I can't believe they even let you play.
On second down, Prescott again. Oh, Prescott stripped. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Third and long for Prescott. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. From the red zone now, Prescott. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Washington 7, Giants nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From just inside the 20, short kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
On the return. The Giants take over first and 10. At their own 32-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a first and 10 at about the 32. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, Saquon Barkley last year against Washington, he won many a fantasy league with his performance in Week 16. 189 yards rushing. That was the 3rd highest single-game total in the NFL all of last season. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run on first down. Gibson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the run.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7, Giants nothing.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal.
Sets up a first down and goal at the 6-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Wiggles free, and he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes this Washington 14, Giants nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. But it's going to be second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again. Jones dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Jones off the play fake. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's second down.
Now Jones off play action.
Jones on the keeper. It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Now a second down and 6. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. From the gun, Jones. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
For the Giants.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Prescott.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half.
At the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Room here to run. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra point.
2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
29 is Mike 29. Let's go.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
10 at the 26-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. After the sack on 1st down, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Gano the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground again here. So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
Yards on the play, and it's third down.
The shotgun, they run with Barkley, and they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These deep, and he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Gerald McCoy picks up his second sack of the afternoon. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing, Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
First and 10.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Looking to throw, Prescott. Off to Thomas on the left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Gerald McCoy able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Prescott. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've back.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. First down.
Giants.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And 9 at the 28-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9. Jones, and the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on the job.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 78 yards. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to work. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
First and 10.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 21, it's second and 10.
Makes it second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now Prescott. They'll find McLaurin this time as that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
First and goal at the
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. They get this out left, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And he's got it up and through.
Makes this Washington 41. Giants 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking to plays. Oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
To Kenny Galladay.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Switch! Mike 54! Mike 54!
Jones now to throw again. And he comes back with one complete.
Jones.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Giants on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And does Washington have it? They do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Logan Ryan on the tackle.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
26-yard line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Prescott from the gun. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Throwing here, Prescott. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care.
And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air. And then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
54. Mike 54. Let's go. Mike's by 4.
Here's Jones. Back to the air on second down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now Jones throwing on first down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
At the 30
ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. From the gun, Jones. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32.
Jones pass. Intercepted. They'll take over.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Now Prescott. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
14.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.
It means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for our entire crew, alongside...
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some range and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got them, how I did it. Whole pack, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? For the change. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Way back then, you claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got everything went broke, then got rich. I did be ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Met her at one of the functions, we caught on the rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we.
Let me explain. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a ring. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her. Been the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they knew what I was.